Hi there, this is Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. The time right now is 9:54 in the morning. It's the 23rd of April 2014. Now today I just want to address the issue of relationships when you break up. How do you actually break up a relationship? What happened is today I got a call from a boy who was actually called. He said, "I want to speak to you. I got a problem." And when I started to speak to him, he actually started to cry. And long story short, he was in this relationship with this girl, and the girl decided to, move ahead with her education. So he's feeling left out, and she kind of broke up with him in a way that, okay, I just want to break up with you and finish. Bye bye. So he couldn't handle the way she had broken off the relationship, and he was actually in dire straits. He really couldn't handle his emotions and feelings, so he was crying a lot. Now, I want to address this issue primarily because I have gone through a relationship breakup. When I was in my 30s, I fell in love with a girl who was 18, and she was too young. It was not something that I wanted, but she got close to me, and then I became really attached to her. We carried on a relationship for 2 years with the intention of getting married. Eventually, it just broke off. And she dumped me like a hotcake. She just decided to end it, and obviously because I was also emotionally unstable. I was crying a lot. I was pleading, begging, desperately trying to get her back. So it ended up in a really bad state, and she just stopped taking my calls. So what I want to share right now is, in a relationship, you need to understand there is one person who is strong and who has the upper hand, the other person who is emotionally weak and who is very needy. Now, if in case you are the person who has the upper hand and you want to break up the relationship, my honest request to you is, please do not break it off suddenly. Don't do it suddenly. Be really sensitive to the needs of that person. Understand that this person is emotional, this person is weak, and break off the relationship in a very gradual sense. Even after you break off, don't ignore the person's call. Don't ignore the person. Be there, talk to the person, help the person through the breakup, that they can carry on with their lives. That really shows love and care. One of my ex-girls, whom after I fell in love with this 18-year-old girl, I fell in love with my best friend, and we were together for some time, and she wanted to break off with me because she had found someone else who she wanted to get married to. What she did, which I really appreciate today, is even though she broke off with me, she didn't leave me. She didn't leave me alone. She was there for me. She listened to me. Whenever I used to cry, she used to support me. She helped me through the phase of going through it. And sometimes I would shout at her. Sometimes I would be really violent. Violent verbally. I would kind of treat her like dirt. I would tell her that I'm better off without you, because I was just trying to prove it to myself that I was better off without her. She was really patient. She helped me through it. So my request to those who have the upper hand, help the person through the breakup so that they don't get hurt. You need to really care about them. It is your responsibility. You decided to get into the relationship and things were rosy. Now you decided to move on because you have better things to do. You have a career. You have better options. You have someone else. So don't let go of this person's hand. Help the person through the breakup. That is my sincere request to you, because going through an emotional breakup is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Even though as a playboy, when I really went through a phase where I was in love with someone, it was hard for me to go through it. It took me 4 years. 4 years, imagine, because I was struggling through it alone. Now, for those of you who are the needy, who are at the lower end of the relationship, who always need and who really love and you can't survive, my request to you is, please don't burn all the bridges. Like when I spoke to this boy, what he said is, he broke off relationships with all his friends, male friends, broke off relationships with all his female friends. Don't do that. What happens is, if your whole world is one person, then you can't survive without a person. So what I recommend is, don't have just one girlfriend, have many girlfriends. Seriously, have many girlfriends, so that if this one person leaves you, you have different options. I know this sounds really bad, but this is what would help you. Because if you know you have options, then you won't die, or you won't be desperate for one person, then you won't run behind the person, you won't chase the person, you won't be desperate. The second thing what I recommend for those who are needy is, keep a circle of friends that is not connected to this person, because it helps you when you need support. Otherwise, if you have friends who are common, then they keep bringing up these memories and it's very hard to get away. So I have a separate group of friends who are totally apart and separate from this girl, so that you can approach them whenever you need help. Last but not the least, you need to focus on yourself. Don't sacrifice so much of yourself and focus only on that person. Focus on yourself, develop yourself, have hobbies, have interests, keep yourself busy, because that would really help you move forward. So this is what I want to say with regards to people who are in relationships and want to break up. Make sure that when you break up, you continue being friends and help the person through the breakup. Don't just drop them like a hotcake, because it's not fair, it's not right. And relationships, especially breakups, are very painful for some people. So I think it's your moral and ethical responsibility to help them through this relationship. And if any one of you is having a breakup that is really hard, you have no one to talk to, you can give me a call. I'll do whatever I can to help you. loy@loymachedo.com. Send me an email or get in touch with me. Whatever I can do, I'll try to help. But you need to cry it out. You need to shout it out. Go do that, because you need to remove all these feelings, this pain, these emotions. Otherwise, it's going to haunt you for a really long time to come. loymachedo.com. Have any questions? Feel free to ask me. Signing off for now. Goodbye.